I told a friend of mine what Mahomes' finishing stats, end of year stats would be when he was struggling pretty hard. And he's actually, gone over that. I think Mahomes has I think he's an 11-0 touchdown to TD rate or TD to interception ratio since the Bills game. He's killing it. And I look at the MVP odds and it's actually shocking to me how low he is. I mean, he's as of the 23rd, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. I mean, 15-1, clinching the AFC before the last week of the season, 7 game-winning drives without weapons, without most of his guys all season. It's pretty impressive. I know Josh Allen's doing what he's doing, but despite doing what he's doing, we still clinch the AFC with a week left in the season. So I think, and the way we've done it too, right? It's last minute, last drive games to do it. And I believe he's the best third down quarterback in the NFL too. So maybe not Josh Allen. You can make an argument for that, but 6th, really? Like, that's pretty crazy.
JD, thoughts on Teja's point? Mahomes MVP case? Does he have an MVP case?
I really could care less. I'll be honest with you. Seriously, I mean, he's already done won it, 2 times?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't like he needs to put this underneath his belt. I said to us, he's our MVP, and that's all we need. We just need to win this 3-peat. Super Bowl is what it is. He's already gotten those accolades. Let Josh Allen get it this year. Let Lamar get it. How many Super Bowls they got to show for it? Right?
Yeah.
Ho, ho, 0. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Super Bowl MVP. I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those bad boys.
Sure. For sure.
But yeah, now Mahomes looked fantastic.
It's also incredible too. If you look at Mahomes, everyone thought he was having so much worse of a year than last year, but his stats are almost right on pace with it. About 3,900 yards compared to 41 last year. 26 touchdowns, 27 last year. Less interceptions, 11 this year, 14 last year. And then he has 2 rushing touchdowns. So he has more total touchdowns this year than last year.
It's because he started off so poorly with the interceptions, which is why. And since Halloween, I think you mentioned it, 18-2 touchdown interception ratio.
Incredible. He's.
Yeah, but what we've been seeing today's game, that's probably what we could have seen all year had we had Hollywood, and that's not even counting Rashee Rice being involved in the mix. Mahomes could have been. I know we say we don't care about the MVPs, but Mahomes probably would be the MVP bar none if all those guys played all year long and he had that full ensemble of guys. Could you imagine what he did today every week?
You know what though, man? I'm telling you, I'm enjoying this even more. It's more of a delectable, delicious entree right here that we have it. I love the way it looks now. As opposed, we've seen it, right? To the inception to where it is now. And I'm like, man, now there's no doubt. Now you see teams all of a sudden. Look, I hate, the media, the sports guys are coming up now and they're all jumping on Kansas City bandwagon. I'm like, no, to keep going against the Chiefs. You didn't want to believe in them. Gave you a little bit of some headlines and, a couple of little clicks here and there. But keep down the Chiefs. Keep doubting them. Now all of a sudden, I don't hear anybody talking about, who's going to be the Super Bowl champs and, this season. All that kind of, dwindled away a little bit, right? And so all they can talk about now is how good the Chiefs look, okay? And I said, man, we just became very, very dangerous. And everybody's getting a piece of that. They seen it. So.
Yeah, it's like that John Morant clip from like 2 years ago when he's like, stay on that side. It's like, stay on that side. You were doubting us all year. We didn't have the offense to do it. Okay, stay on that side.
Do you think they're being a little vanilla with Hollywood so teams can't get a big glimpse before the end of the season? No? You just think there's not enough film as it is anyway with 3 games. Just let them go off?
Let him go off. Keep working your stuff. Like I said, man, it's about how we get into our rhythm, my tempo, getting him acclimated into our offense, how it looks with everybody else. I think you got to work on this stuff now, right? I mean, because you lost so much time with him that you have to open up your playbook and stuff to definitely exploit him. You have to. So, yeah, I would go into the game making sure that Hollywood Brown is running a lot of the, like I said, some of his routes that we wanted to run, before the season started. Do you know what his snap count was, Marcus? Sometimes y'all bring in like how many. What was his?
They usually release it after the game, but I believe at halftime, Worthy was 24 of the 25 snaps we had. Hollywood Brown was second with to Justin Watson with 11 snaps at halftime.
Oh yeah, he's ready. That's we had to do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it tells you how like the Chiefs are being so kind of what Teja mentioned about not having to play D-Hop as much as, he's an elder statesman, right? We don't need to play him right all the time. And with Hollywood coming back, you're playing D-Hop a little bit less, getting him ready to go for, the postseason run. So you got to like that.
Well, I'll give you one, Tage. Do you remember when we ran the Xavier Worthy? We were in the boot. Xavier Worthy came underneath to the line of scrimmage. And the very next play, they did the same thing with Hollywood Brown. Exact same play. And so to them, they're just like, look, we gotta make sure if each guy can do the exact same we're asking them to do.
Game exposure to everything.
Absolutely. So I'm expecting, like we were throwing balls to Justin Watson, deep balls. We'll probably start seeing Hollywood Browns getting some of that in the playoffs. I'd expect, and maybe Xavier Worthy as well. So. Now when they talk about it's not an extra playbook, but now you got the pieces to run the things that you want to run. Okay, you're not limited to it. So, and the reality is, yeah, Juju's not as fast as he used to be. D-Hop's not as fast as he used to be, but you got two speedsters now. Guys who can stretch the defense, get open, put their foot in the ground. All he was looking for was Xavier Worthy to catch up to him playing to where he's playing now, his potential of it. So I love it. I love where they are.
And boy, he's something else. On our Wednesday, or not Wednesday, but Monday show this week, we talked about the 5 underdog picks that we liked. And Xavier Worthy over 43.5. I think that hit like first play of the first drive of the third quarter. He ended with 78 yards receiving. So like that hit easily. All of them actually, all the 5 that we chose, JD, all of them hit besides one. Bucker at 2 field goals. That was the only one that didn't hit.
Oh.
Fryermuth hit, Warren hit, Russell Wilson and Xavier Worthy all hit. Bucker 1 of 2.
Well, you asked me which one I liked the most, and I was like the Xavier Worthy one.
Worthy, yeah. And then also we struck again with allowing now 15 of the 16 tight ends to have more than 30 yards against us. That continues to be the safest pick of the year. Tight ends against us over 30 yards.
But how many wins did that translate to for them?
Yeah, just one, one, right?
Yeah, but the Bills didn't. They have a tight end that had over.
No, Knox had 30 because K didn't play that game. Knox had over 30 yards that game.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, okay. I didn't think Knox got 30 yards on that game.
I forget which game was where the only tight end that got the 30 yards against us. I didn't get 30 yards against us. I forget. Oh no, actually, I think it was. I think it might have been because the backup for the Browns got it against us too. Because what's his name was out that game. Njoku. Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.